Something I've always enjoyed doing as a youngster that has carried over into today, me being an adult to this very day, is tie-dye. I remember on random occasions where I'd go on random adventures with my friends, and at the end of these excursions, we would end up tie-dyeing whatever shirts we had at our disposal. Actually, when I first moved into my very own apartment, I bought my own set of white sheets and pillowcases specifically so I could tie-dye them. And this is actually how they turned out. I don't have them anymore. My dog decided to eat them, but that's a story for a different day, and I'm actually going to be replacing them today. I've always been fascinated with the different color combinations and designs that you can create just by tying the fabric differently or applying the dye differently. Today I'm going to go ahead and give you like a brief history of tie-dyeing, the materials that you'll need to do it, and different basic ways to tie fabric and apply the color. Okay, so the evolution of tie-dye, according to Jennifer Evelyn, some of the earliest records come from Japan and China. They used different things like flowers, roots, berries, mashed them up, and applied these things that they created dyes out of to like their fabrics and stuff. It's thousands of years old. Okay, so the late 1500s and early 1600s, Sujigana appeared, which is basically like a mixture of sumi ink and tie-dye. It's like a combination of both. Now, I don't know if any of you guys took art class in high school, but this is what sumi ink is, or suminagashi is. It's actually pretty fun. I recommend trying it one day if you haven't. Okay, so after that, during the 1920s and the 1930s in America, this was a time of like the Great Depression and like the Roaring 20s and then the Great Depression. Not everybody had a lot of money, so it was like a cheap and inexpensive way to kind of decorate your house. That's what they used tie-dye for in the 1920s and 30s. In the 1960s in America, which is one of the most popular time periods for it, and many associated tie-dye with the 1960s from being like during the Woodstock time period, you know, anti-war movements. A lot of younger people used tie-dye to create these shirts to express their own individuality. So it was really big in the 1960s and 70s. And then it died for a little bit, and then after that, during the 1980s, it came back as like a really big fabric or a fashion trend. And the fabric dye itself actually got a little bit better. So the dyes actually withstood, you know, washing and stuff a little more. So it became popular then, and then it's been a sporadic fashion trend ever since. Okay, so some of the materials and things that you will need in order to tie-dye is first a decent sized working space. I have my table outside that I'm going to use, but I just have this set up right here as a demonstration for you guys. You want to clean a decent sized working space. And if you like your working space, you probably want to lay some plastic down to protect it because it can get really messy. Protection is needed, skin protection, gloves. In the kit that I actually bought at Walmart in order to do this, they give you these really nifty gloves. Yeah, that's needed so you don't dye your hands because it's a pain to get off of your skin. I wouldn't know. And according to Colorado Wholesale Corporation, which is where I got some of this info from protection-wise, they recommend rubber gloves, eye protection, which I live life on the dangerous side. I don't have any eye protection today. A dust mask, same thing, and a junk shirt, which normally I'll use one of my old junky t-shirts or something black, something that the dye won't show up on. You're going to need bottles, buckets, and applicators. They're necessary. These are the bottles that came in the kit that I bought at Walmart. You can see all you're going to have to do is fill the water up to the neck of the bottle, but you can see the different colors. There's a whole bunch here. It's like 12 bucks. And of course, something to tie the fabric with. Now you have the option to use like, you know, twine or rubber bands, whatever works for you, whatever you have at your disposal. Okay, so basic tying techniques and fun ways to be creative with it. This is where it actually gets fun. First, you're going to want to prep your fabric. You know, throw it in the washer, dry it, and then, of course, according to Colorado Wholesale Corporation, you want to set up a fixer solution in like a mop bucket, which today I don't have any fixer solution, but you basically put it in a mop bucket with water, and after you wash your fabric, you want to let it soak in there for about 10 to 15 minutes. And then after that, you pull it out, you try and get all of the excess water out. And then you're going to actually tie it. Tie it however you want. There's a couple different ways that you can do it. I can show you one of my favorite ways is like the swirl. So, in order for you to create a swirl, all you're going to have to do is like pinch it in the center or wherever. It could be in the center, it could be at the side. You're going to want to pinch it and turn it. Turn it, turn it. And you see how it's like all starting to swirl up? You don't have to be like pristine about it. You do that. And you tie it with a rubber band or twine. You can just grab it like this. Like I said, you don't have to be clean about it. That's the fun thing about it is there's no wrong way to do it. And each different thing is unique. And you can see like that. You can see, well, not really good, but you can see like right here where these swirls come from, right here. And then another way to do it, which I already have my other sheets set up, different ways to tie it. I've never tried this before, but these are supposed to create like these circular ones. It's not like swirly in a way. I mean, it's circular, but it's not super swirly. So this is a fitted sheet. We're going to try it out. I'm going to see what happens. I'm not really sure what's going to happen yet, so yeah. And then here's one with the swirls. This is the other sheet. I have like 2 different swirls in here, so I'm going to see how this one turns out. This is how I made the last ones, and it came out really fun. And then after that, what you're going to want to do is take your colors, and you're going to just want to apply it. Go crazy. Put them wherever you want, all over the fabric. Doesn't matter. And then after that, you're going to want to like tie them in a plastic bag and let them sit for 24 hours. And then you're going to want to take it outside and rinse it with the hose because, like I said, it gets messy, so you don't just want to throw it in the washer right away because, I mean, I don't think it would ruin your washer, but there is a possibility that the dye could stay in there, and then next wash cycle, you're going to get it all over your new clothes, or your other clothes. So after you wash it, you're done. That's basically how to tie-dye. Okay, so I hope that you guys enjoy tie-dyeing just as much as I do. I'm hoping that a brief history of the tie-dyeing kind of gives you more of an appreciation for it. The materials needed are easily accessible and you can pretty much find them anywhere, and it's actually really fun to do, so I highly suggest you try it. Thank you.